Hey everybody, it's your girl Keisha J. Kelly here with another episode of Black College Experience. And I am super duper duper excited about today's show. Listen, this is all the energy, all the things, all the vibes that I have been waiting on. This has been a back and forth, but it was pretty simple to reschedule this. We tried to do this interview during the Black College Football Hall of Fame enshrinement. What were we thinking? So much energy, so much fun that night, but it wasn't about me. It was about this enshrining going into the Black College Football Hall of Fame. Looks like I'm still waiting on him to join, but today we will be having the one and only 12-year veteran, Tennessee State University alumnus, Dominique Rodgers-Cromatie joining us. So we're going to see where he is. I know how people lose track of time, and hey, it is what it is. But again, we are excited for him to be joining us today to talk to us about his path, his journey through not only Tennessee State, but his time in the NFL, after the NFL, what life is like after the NFL, what he's doing now, and what he wants to do in the future. So let's see. Let's see where he is. I don't know. Let's check it out. Again, I know how it is when I know the times, everything, you got to lock them in when you got to lock them in and get them going. So again, had to send a text. Let's see what's going on. But again, hope everybody's having a great Tuesday. Listen, it's getting closer and closer to football season. We getting ready to do what we do. We getting ready to rock out. I think everybody's excited as we are approaching not only football season, but before we get into football season, we have to do those media days. So they are all on the forefront: the SIAC, the SWAC, the MEAC, the CIAA, the OVC, with Tennessee State, the CAA. So we have to look at all of those conferences that house our HBCUs outside of those main conferences. And we get excited when we see those guys about to come out and do their thing. It's a lot of rah-rah. Some of y'all don't ever let it go. All y'all talk about is football anyway. So it's a super exciting thing to see what's going to rock off, knock off. But again, football season is right around the corner. Super duper duper excited about that, to see what's going to happen. We got some new coaches. We got some returning coaches. We got a lot of coach trash. And we're going to see if they can live up to the trash talk. But we know it's all in good camaraderie. It's all in good spirits. And everybody knows, or everybody says, that their team is going to win, but only one team can walk away a winner. Only one team can be crowned a champion. And only one team will win Celebration Bowl. So we're going to see who does that at the end of the season. I don't like to predict to go too far. I don't do polls. I say you got to get down in the trenches, got to get out there and play. But I don't know. Let's see where Dominique is. Let's check it out. Might have to give him a call. Okay, y'all. So I literally, he's like, "Where's the link?" So mind y'all, I emailed it to him. Y'all know y'all athletes. Y'all athletes are a hot mess. But bear with me. He's coming. He's coming. We have to we had to refocus it. Had to refocus it. I know. All right, let me see where if I can pull it in there to the one I sent it to. All right, so he should be coming on in a second. Had to resend it. Technology. Sometimes it happens. I'm used to being on all the time, so I know how funky that can get. But that's because I'm used to being online. I'm used to being live. I'm used to meetings. So I'm used to interviews. So that's how it is. But I just need him to know I'm gonna clown him once he gets on here. I'm gonna let him have it. Um, just don't tell him I said it. And before we get into that, listen, let me go to this really, really quick. I seen a hot drop. I saw a hot release, Tennessee State, and Howard, man, for homecoming. I saw that hot release. I saw that Tiger and a Cadillac or something out there on the field. Listen, y'all homecoming gonna be lit. It's the same weekend at Southern University, so I won't be able to make it to Tennessee State's homecoming. Y'all know I got nothing but love for Tennessee State. As they say, big blue rising. I'm a big blue auntie. Proud nephew, graduated from Tennessee State, so absolutely love Tennessee State University. Um, on the fly. There he is.
Oh, okay.
So he out there walking. Y'all see him out there walking. We know athletes got their own thing going on.
Nah,
But
nah. I just got my jits in now.
but thank you so much. I appreciate you for joining me. Thank you
Yes,
so
man.
kindly. Thank you so kindly.
No problem.
So we just gonna hop straight into this. We know that you were recently. He got his Tennessee State hat on, y'all. So I had to throw in my Southern University. I couldn't be outdone. I couldn't
Yeah.
be.
There we go. There we go.
I couldn't be outdone. So I'm glad I threw it on because I couldn't be outdone. Um, we're gonna talk about your enshrinement a little bit later into this interview, but we're gonna start off. We're gonna take it back to high school because I know you ain't that old. We're gonna take it back to high school. I'm assuming that's where it
I am
started.
that old.
Let's take it back to high school when you playing football, being recruited.
All right.
Was Tennessee State the only school that recruited you?
I ain't had no recruit. To be honest, they wouldn't even recruit me. I got to Tennessee State by my dad, when he was coaching at Bethune-Cookman, his roommate was Rod Reed, and at the time, Coach Reed was the defensive coordinator at Tennessee State. So, you know what I'm saying, being a guy that wasn't recruited, I started playing football late, so didn't nobody really know about me. He called his friend and asked him, "Hey man, can you give my son a look?" And he came down to the All-Star game. He was like, "I don't know much about him, but I know he can run, so I'm gonna give him a chance." So he gave me an opportunity. So that's why I went up to Tennessee State, man, with the mindset of, man, somebody gave me the opportunity. I got to take full advantage of it.
So no other schools recruited you,
None. Mm-mm.
not one.
Not one. Not one. I mean, I could have walked on a couple places, but, before that, I was trying to just, any scholarship issue. They gave me scholarship at the backyard university out of went.
So did you have any other school in mind? Were you looking at any other school outside of Tennessee
See,
State?
yeah, me being I'm a Florida boy, so I was trying to go to USF, I mean, UCF, because at the time I was living in Orlando with my dad, and he had a good friend working for UCF as a tight ends coach. But they told me I was too small. So after that, I was just like, man, listen, whoever holler at me, I'm going.
How small was small? Like how small were
Man,
you?
I wasn't small. I was skinny, but I was 6'1", like 155.
Okay, but you had some speed on you.
Oh yeah, I had that. Now I can pick them up, put them down now.
So you
Oh,
ended up at Tennessee State. You get to Tennessee State. Why Tennessee State? Why HBCU? Because you still could have opted to go somewhere else. Why Tennessee
oh
State?
yeah, definitely, man. So I went on a visit, and just so happened at this time of the visit, Tennessee State was playing Fisk University, which is a school down the street. And when I tell you, that atmosphere was so electrifying. I told Coach before I even got out the building, yeah, I'm signing here. You ain't got to worry about nothing. And and the visit was just great. The hostess, the players that hosted me, I mean, they took us out, man, had good food. We had it just good. It just felt like family when I got there. And then some of the guys that was on the visit with me, we clicked automatically. And one of them ended up being a roommate and shoot, my lifelong friend to this day.
Wait, so Dominique, what did you eat? What was the food that was so good that you ate?
Man, it was, see, back they ain't got it no more, but man, it was a soul food restaurant. You know, I'm from the South. So any place got a good soul food, man. So it's right down the street from campus too, man. It was right down the street. And it
That's
was
so.
delicious. It was delicious. And then it's another one right around the corner. I still go there to this day.
So you said one of the key things in all seriousness that we all look at when we talk about HBCUs. You talk about it being family, and oftentimes when people talk about HBCUs, that's the first thing that we talk about is family.
Right,
You
right.
get to Tennessee State. What do you tell athletes now that look at HBCUs and they want to go on to play on the pro level, they want to be under the big lights, but they struggle with going to a HBCU? What do you tell those athletes?
Man, no matter where you at, man, when you go there, understand it's gonna be a challenge. But that's one thing about life. You're gonna have your ups and downs. You're gonna have your challenges. You never gonna go through life just all peachy. So get that out the way already. Just go with there with a mindset of just grinding. See, my whole thing was I'm just gonna work until opportunity presents itself. You know what I mean? That's all I did. And one thing I love about HBCUs, we don't have that many resources. That's cool, but that's not a crippling effect for me. You know what I mean? That just further helped me when I got to the league, man. Some of the adversity that was hitting me there, I was already prepared for it. I already been through it. You know what I mean? At HBC, you learn a lot, but the most thing you learn is to continue to just keep working.
And so, even through that, we know that recruitment from your time up until now, how
Mhm.
has recruitment changed in your opinion? Because we'll talk about the coaching too. How do you think recruitment has changed from your time up until now?
Oh man, these guys got these 7-on-7s. They got a lot of camps they can go to, social media. They got every outlet in America to be seen by a coach. So it's definitely different. Back then we had to send out our own tapes, put it in the mail, and go send it to it on VHS. So it was tough. You know what I mean? And as the time went on, you start modernizing and get the CDs, or you could just send a link to the coach. Now the coach can leak. Now they have all kind of huddles and stuff you could get on and just watch. So their outlet is you can be reached. It's so far fetched.
You said VHS. Okay, so you really dating yourself now. You a lot of
Yes.
people don't even know what that is. You're really dating yourself.
Right.
So now
Real right.
you get to Tennessee State. You have a great career at Tennessee State. Talk to us about playing at Tennessee State.
Man, it's people get HBCUs wrong, man. Like they think like, oh, that's a black college, small school. There ain't no athletes there. Man, one thing, we are competitive. Like we go at it each and every day. That's why game time was fun. We practiced so hard, like, and then everybody held each other at a high standards. Like you didn't want to drop off, man. So when you come to practice, man, you just know you coming to compete. Cause I tell people all the time, man. Yeah, I played 12 years in the league, but the best competition I got was one-on-ones against the Morrow twins that were there. These guys was every bit of 5'6", 5'7", but they just had a work ethic and a go button that, man, you had to match the intensity. So it was just like, man, it's competitive every day. And that helped me. That gave me the edge because I learned to just outwork everybody.
Now you were a two-sport athlete
Oh yeah.
at Tennessee State. Talk
Yes,
about the
ma'am.
other sport that you played, the other
Oh,
sport you participated in, rather.
track. Because I believe track, football, even basketball, all of it go hand in hand with each other, man. The stuff that I learned in track translated to the field because you got to think, man, what are they looking for nowadays? Somebody that can run, somebody that can jump. Well, you learn that from track. All the drills that, like I tell people now, if you are not as fast, don't go to track to compete and try to win a medal. Go for the exercises. Go for the single leg bounds. The things that you're gonna learn for jumping and the running mechanics. It's gonna help your football career. So I told Coach, man, that I come here, I'm gonna have to run track, man. 'Cause, sometimes they don't let athletes do two sports. They just focus on that one sport.
So, how was that balancing those sports? Like being an athlete, what was that like trying to balance those two sports and still be a student?
Oh, well, football come first. Besides the student part, so when it came to track, I'm not gonna miss a football workout to go to a track workout unless it's a track meet. But football workouts always came first in study hall, and then but me and the track coach we had an understanding like so we'll have our private practice sometimes because I don't always get to practice with track team, but I had to learn my steps. So whenever he find time in his schedule that I can get there, I go there because football in school was first no matter what.
Now we know you got some accolades, quite a few accolades when you was there, football and track. And talk about those accolades. It's okay to brag on yourself.
Yeah, yeah, I be cooling, man. It's just, but I'm telling you, it just comes from just the work that we put in, man. I'm telling you, we was competitive, man. So, like I said, when I got to Saturdays, it was fun. It came natural because we had done work so hard. So that's just a kudos to my teammates, man. Cause we pushed each other. Like it be times in the game when you don't care who you is, you messing up, man. You coming out for a series, you gonna sit down. And when you sitting down, they push you back in the mind focus of, hey man, I gotta snap out of it, get right, man. They count on me. So man, all that goes to my kudos on that track. That was just in me. I'm just a competitor at heart. So when I showed up to the conference championship, I really had a chip on my shoulder because how the track team, how I made it is, I never forget when me and my dog was trying out for the track team. The coach was kind of iffy because football players weren't running track at the time. So he told us we had to come prove ourselves at the meet. So he didn't give us no track warm up. No, we had to have our own stuff, our own spikes and everything. And I remember that day, man. I told myself, whoever line up next to me, I'm finna embarrass him. And I ended up coming in first place that track meet, man. And he was like, "Oh yeah, you can come run for me."
So you play, you get through track because you don't want to embarrass yourself. You do what you got
Right,
to do.
right.
Playing football, what was it like playing for Coach Reed?
Man, I want to whoop Cole Reed sometime. I want to take him to the back room and just me and him. Hey, whoever come out, come out. Cause he said it's like I guess because I set that standard going in, is that all the way through my 4 years, he held me to it. So I couldn't come in last in sprints. I couldn't be in the middle of the pack. I had to be up front. I had to be the most conditioned. I had to be this. And whenever I let off, oh, he gonna give it to me. And I'm thinking like, man, you my uncle, man. You can't be. But I loved it because he didn't show no favoritism. None. Yeah, 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 this my little nephew, yeah. But it ain't, no, I'm treating you like one of the guys. I'll never forget, man. I'm in pregame meal and you're not supposed to be talking on that, but I'm kind of a goofy guy, so I got the whole table over there rolling. Man, kicked me out of pregame, make me sit on the bus by myself. Like he didn't. I ain't get no passes with him, none. And I love that though.
Listen, you just told me. I didn't know that was your uncle. I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. He was my daddy. Yeah, man. That's how I got there. So
And when
I'm
you
thankful,
said that,
man.
that makes sense. I didn't know that was your okay.
Yeah,
Well then that would make sense at the proud moments. Even at the enshrinement, that would totally make sense. So okay, yeah, well then I can see why he would hold you to a higher standard. And I can see why he would show favoritism with you being his nephew. So
right.
teammates, what was that like? Because you talk about game day, you talk about competition. What was that like on game day with you, not only you, but with your teammates? Like, what was that experience like, especially at Tennessee State? Again, like you said, you talk about HBCUs. What was that like under the big lights on a Saturday?
Man, brotherhood, man. I'm telling you, man. We loved on each other. Like the guys that I came in with, like we still like this to this day. I was in a lot of them weddings. We converse at least once a week. But it was electrifying because it's gonna start off on that Friday night. We liable to get in trouble because we like to. I'm telling you, we was goofy. We like to play. So in the hotel, we used to have like safety versus corners type stuff. Like we used to play a lot of games, man. But that Saturday, man, after pregame meal, everything gets serious. But before then, man, I'm telling you, we like to joke. We gonna cut on the music. We gonna all line up, dance. We gonna do everything to get each other hype. But when it's time to lock in, we zoned in. And one thing about it, we gonna hold each other accountable. Let's say if I mess up on them, hey, Dominique, come on, hey man, they not. Yeah, I got a lot of accolades, like you said. Yeah, I was one of the good guys on the TSU, but it didn't matter. You better pull your weight every week. And then we really held each other. If not, you're gonna sit down. Like we don't care who you is, you gonna hold your weight. And the thing I love about it, when you call a guy out, it wasn't no bickering back and forth. Oh man, bump you, da da da. Nah. We take criticism. Yeah, you're right, bro. I gotta get right. I gotta get right.
So how did you get yourself ready on a game day outside of music? What
Right.
was like your game day? Because everybody got their own thing that they do on game day. How did you prepare yourself on game day outside of, the practice and the drills? How do you prepare yourself or how did you prepare yourself for a game day?
I visualize everything. I meditate. Like I see the play before I even make it. From watching film, knowing what they're gonna do on route, I just see myself stepping in front of that ball or going to get that ball out the air, and I just keep playing it over and over and over to where if something like that presents itself in the game, I'm ready to go. Like I do a lot of meditation. Like I'm kind of took myself in the corner, just visualizing. I see it. That's why I'm saying a see ball, get ball. I see it, I'm going to get it. So I do a lot of meditation.
Mm. And I'm assuming your teammates understand that too. See, boss,
Oh yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. They know not even. Hey, when I'm locked in, don't come over there.
Let's switch this a second. We know now that NIL is a big deal for college athletes. What do you think about this whole future of NIL and college athletes?
You know, I'm always been the one man to each his own, man. Like I can't say, do I think the players should be getting paid for what they doing, going out there putting themselves on the line every day? Yes, I know. Now some of the numbers ridiculous, yeah, man. Because I'm telling you right now, you would have gave me millions of dollars in college, I would have made it to the NFL. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest with you, man. I would have
Okay,
been,
wait a minute. Where was you gonna be at that gave you millions of dollars? What
man.
was
I would have been outside. And that's what the kids say. I'd have been outside, hanging good, and probably did something dumb, because that's too. Because you got to think about it in college, they're not teaching us about money and how to save it, how to. So I know I'm finna blow it. Me and my dog, we finna hang out good. I'm gonna send
correct?
something to my mama, make sure she's great. Then I'm being college, I'm be one of them kids. Now I got to be, I'm bringing too much attention to myself. You get what I'm saying? And you never know what kind of predicament that can put you in. So I be hearing guys making 4 point. I be like, yeah, I ain't paid to snap there. College is offering kids 500, 600,000 to come to. That's a lot of money. So if you
It
do
is.
offer it, I think you should break it up in the, hey, you get this amount of money, you get this amount of money, but getting it to them off the ripple, ooh, that's tough. But I never knock a person for, hey man, you want to give out that money, give out that money. I can't knock that.
It is. I mean, you look at it like you said, 600, 700, 800,000 dollars. You got
Right,
coaches making that kind of money.
right,
So now
right,
you giving an athlete, like you said, and then just think about it. If they're making it in college, when they go pro, they got money on top of, like, it's
right,
insane
right,
as to
right.
how that plays out. So now, what do you think the future of HBCUs will be in 15 to 20 years?
Man, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's gonna consistently be right here until a lot of us get back and get into it for real. So I'm glad the coaches like Mike Vick and Deshaun Jackson and the Eddie George is coming back to HBCUs, guys who played a long period of time and have a big name in the NFL. Now you can attract those kind of players you want to attract. Oh man, I want to go play for Mike Vick. I get to play for Mike Vick. Now you bringing awareness. Like I love what Deion Sanders was doing at Jackson State. You know what I mean? Was everybody mad when he left? Yeah, but he still brought light to HBCUs and what with a guy like his caliber can bring. So I see it being steady float until we really reach back into it and everybody get a hold of it and let them know, man, hey, it's that time though.
And you got to know the follow up question is, how do we reach back and pull them back in?
To give guys opportunities. You know what I mean? Like I know a lot of guys guys right now that played a long time trying to coach, man, but they're not having the opportunities. You know what I mean? People like to say, he don't have any coaching experience. You never know till you give a person a chance. You know what I mean? Somebody got to be willing to give somebody a chance. That's all a person. That's all I ever needed. You know what I mean? I didn't need a handout. I just wanted a way out. And once I got that, shoot, so you give me a chance to coach, I'm gonna put everything I got into that coaching. You know what I mean? Especially guys that come from HBCU that had success. When we reach back to the colleges, hey man, you got a coaching opportunity for me? We want to go at such and such. I get it. You know what I mean? He been in the game long, he know the game, but at some point, you got to come back because now kids want guys that are kind of relatable. You get what I'm saying? They want guys that they can, oh, he done been there before, man. He done been successful, man. You know what they're talking about a little bit.
You know what he talking about a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit, not too much, just a little bit.
So, Dominique, how would you say that Tennessee State has changed since you left?
Man, shoot, man, they got everything, man. That's why shoot, when I was there, we was average. I mean, we weren't winning like they winning now. They actually winning OVC championships and going to the playoffs. I ain't even know it was a playoffs. That's how many games we lost. But so it's changed, and now they got the proper equipment. They got the new jerseys. They got everything. They got everything you need from a big school. And the weight room even better. You got an indoor facility now. And we didn't have that. So the locker room is upgraded. So now you got these D1 attributes. Now you got them, but it's paying off because like I said, they just won OVC championship last year. So it's paying off. So it definitely changed since I've been there. Like we had one helmet, one uniform. They got different helmets, 5, 6, 7 uniforms. They get to keep their gear. We couldn't keep our gear. We had to turn it back in. Look at my kids. Stop. They
That's
want to
funny.
turn on and off. Yeah, man, we had to turn in our uniform. I never forget that, man. I got me a jogging suit my freshman year, thinking I was freshman, and at the end of the year, you got to turn it back in.
What number were you? Were you the same number throughout the time, or did you
Oh
change numbers?
yeah, I'm always be 45.
Okay.
That's just because that's a number that they just gave me. I told you when I first got there, the coach reached in and threw where all the people that won like highly recruited, just threw them a jersey, thinking that we were just gonna be like a practice squad player. So he really didn't know. So definitely, man, I stick with 45 every chance I get.
But you had to get that 45 back.
Yes, definitely, 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 definitely.
Well, definitely great memories. So now you played your wonderful 4 years at Tennessee State University, Big Blue Rising, and now it's time for the draft. How do you declare for the draft? What was the thoughts of the draft? Talk about that draft time. Like, where was your head at once the draft time was coming around?
Be honest, I thought I was gonna be drafted pretty high because I had the opportunity to go to the combine. I had the
Wait,
opportunity
hold
to
on.
play.
Let me stop. Hold on. Let me stop you. You got your hand over the camera. No. Okay. Now I
I
see
don't
you.
know. Oh my bad. You see me?
Yeah, I see you now. Yeah. I'm
Oh my
sorry.
bad.
Go ahead.
I say I kind of knew that I was going to be off the board, not as early, but like in the top 3 rounds because I had to went to the combine, and I went to the Senior Bowl, and I seen and went against the top talent that they said that was the top talent at the time. So I was pretty confident in that because I had really went there and produced and showed what I could do. And only knock was I was thinking like, I went to an HBCU, they might be sleeping on me, and I got one kid, and they definitely might be sleeping on me. So I was like, we're gonna see. But as the draft kept going on, man, and when that 16th pick came around and they called my phone, man, it was just like I was all kind of, I was happy, nervous, like shocked, like dang, I'm finna be there. First round, that's crazy. Coming from an HBCU, cause you see how hard it is getting the first round, man. It ain't easy now.
So that was going to be my next question.
Right.
16th pick, first round, 2000 to the Arizona Cardinals. You talking about excited, nervous. I know you talked about your grandma
Yes, ma'am.
at the enshrinement. Was grandma there? Like, okay, first, did you go there or were you still at home?
No,
Where were
I'm a family guy. I'm staying at home.
you?
I was
Okay.
everybody. I had everybody there. The whole city, we outside. We was outside good too. I done had shoot my real friends, man. They drove down from Nashville, Tennessee, and like 3 cars deep, just to be a part of the draft party, man. So I was at home with the family.
So grandma was there.
Oh, she was there, loud and proud.
Did grandma cry?
Yeah, man. Heck yeah, heck yeah. Cause I was one thing about me, man. Everybody know when I come home, I'm going straight to grandma and granddaddy house just to check on them. I'm like
Okay.
real grandma's baby.
I do. I remember you talking about that. Now, what about other family members, friends, family? What did everybody else say?
Oh man, I ain't gonna lie. I'm from a small little city, so man, the whole city was lit, man. Like everybody from friends to families just thanking me, man, just telling me how proud they are of me and all kind of stuff. When you know how we get when the pictures on the t-shirt, shoot, man, they were celebrating good.
So, and I'm assuming at that moment, it probably didn't sink in until later on that
Yeah, nah.
you had
No,
it.
what I did was after you know what I'm saying, they called my name and celebrated. I kicked everybody out the room and I just sat in the room by myself and just reflected on all the things that I've been through in life and all the hurdles I had to overcome and just sat there for a good 20 minutes just thinking, like I say, meditating to myself.
Did you cry at that moment?
Nah, I ain't no crying. No man.
It's just me. You can tell us and all the people that's watching.
No, I ain't gonna lie. No, I was overwhelmed, but nah, I ain't crying because I
It
knew I
was
still it was a moment, but I just know I still had work to be done. So I ain't crying.
so you said it, and I'm gonna go back to it. At that moment, a guy from a HBCU, first round, Tennessee State, in a blink of an eye, your whole world changed. Whole world.
Right,
What were your
right.
teammates saying? What did the teammates say?
Man, they was happy for it, man, because they haven't seen it been done. You know what I mean? So they was happy for me, and that's how one of the guys told the story. He was like, man, when Dominique came back his rookie year, man, and he looked at me and he told me, he said, man, bro, I promise you could play in this league, man. He said that turned him up. So it kind of motivated a lot of him. He ended up playing 12 years in the NFL, won two Super Bowls. You know what I mean? He was a guy that went undrafted from Tennessee State, but had a long career, won two Super Bowls. And he told me, he said, man, you was the reason, man. Because at first I thought I wasn't no hope, but you told me I could play, man. I just started really putting in that work.
Wow.
Right.
So once you were drafted, if you can remember, what was the first thing you bought? Once you got the check, what was the
My
first thing you
mama,
bought?
my mama and sister a car. That's the first
What
thing
kind
I
of car?
bought.
What kind of car? What
Nah,
did
it
you buy?
wasn't like that, man. I bought my mama a Chevy Tahoe and my two sisters some Toyota Camrys. And I remember me and my dog, we drove it down. We bought it from Tallahassee. We drove it down from Tallahassee, drove it down to Bradenton and surprised them with it.
I don't know why I was thinking Hondas, but listen, Toyotas, Hondas, the most reliable cars.
Yes, they are. Yes, yes, they are. I bought them that brand new. I never forget.
So, what was the first thing you invested in? You bought that, but what was your first investment?
I ain't gonna lie, a restaurant. I opened up,
Okay,
I opened up, I opened up my own lounge downtown Orlando next to the Magic Arena. It was pretty nice. You know what I mean? I wasn't too vested in it, so I ended up letting it go, but that was the first thing. It was real nice.
okay. All right, so now let's get into this pro side. You played for the
Right.
Cardinals, the Eagles, the Broncos, the Giants, and the Redskins.
Right.
Take us through each of those teams. You didn't have to adjust your Tennessee State hat. We know it's there.
Yeah, yeah. Now, getting drafted by the Cardinals, man, it helped me out early because I got there with some stars that was already on the team in the Kurt Warner, Larry Fitzgerald, and Quan Bolden. Just going from an offensive side, quarterback Hall of Famer, wide receiver gonna be Hall of Famers. Like these guys helped me in my career. 'Cause coming from Tennessee State, you know what I mean? I was kind of like locking a lot of people down. So when I
Mhm.
get there and they completing these passes on me, I'm like, how? These guys bigger and slower, like how they catching the ball? And then that's when I learned that athletic ability just ain't everything. It's proper technique in this football game too. You just can't rely on your athleticism, and that's what I was doing. And so I learned to hone in on my technique more so than my athletic ability. And that really helped me out. So now when I get it in game, I see these guys, I know how to I know how to maneuver. I know how to come out that break on them. I know how to. They try to body me, how to position it. So it really helped me, man. So and that year there, my first year, we ended up going to the Super Bowl. We didn't win, but to go all the way there from Arizona, Arizona was a team, no big media, not really heard of, man, and we made it to the Super Bowl, man. We was balling, man. And then
Go,
when I go to, what you should say?
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Then I was just gonna transition to the next team, unless you had something about that.
I was going to ask you, how did it feel for that to be at the Super Bowl, even though you didn't win, and then we can transition to the next team.
Oh, electrified, man. And it was in Tampa. I'm from the area, so man, I had so many people at that game, man, and just it was lit, man. Coming down, one thing about Super Bowl, you come down the week of, and you spend the whole week. So I spent the whole week at home, just visiting family, hanging out good, eating good. That night, man, shoot, that thing it's electrifying, man. You ain't never been to the Super Bowl, man. It's electrifying. Like I just felt like I was floating until that first ball came my way. Then it was back to reality. Like, oh snap, hold on now. We still gotta play now. And don't be getting too caught up in the crowd and the festivities that's going on.
Okay, so now transition to the next team.
I'm in Philadelphia. Now this is what they call the dream team when I was with the Eagles. You got Michael Vick, Deshaun Jackson, Jeremy Macklin, Jason Avant, Naomi Oswald, Asante Samuels. I'm to my own paper. We won the Super Bowl. We was stacked, but it's just a lot of stuff was going on in the front office, the coaches, the players. It's just you got so much star power in one team. It's hard to place people like who gonna play this, who gonna play that,
That's a
what they gonna
lot of
do.
star power.
Well,
That's
it was
like
a
10
lot.
times the star power.
I ain't Shady McCoy. I'm talking about we had some stuff over there, man, but it just didn't pan out. But what I take from being with the Eagles, man, is that you know what I mean. It's more to football than just having a lot of good players, a lot of great players. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, y'all got to come together and gel as a team. And you got to be for each other. That's one thing I can't say about when I was in Arizona. Now, outside of that locker room, we had some good times. Like that Tuesday and Thursday when we meet up as a group, man, we hung out good, man. And that let me know that that's a true brotherhood. Like he really for me, man, because he hang with me outside of football. Some people get caught up. It's just work for them. Go to work, they come home, they don't interact. But when you can interact with each other and have fun, then you consider yourself a real team.
Okay. Now, what about Denver?
I love them, man. It was 1 year, and we went to the Super Bowl that year. And the thing about Denver is, it ain't number football there. That's all you can do. So you gonna be focused in. So that's why they're such a winning program because you take all the way to outside noise. You know what I mean? Great city, beautiful city, but it ain't no nightlife for real.
That's
If
true.
you a guy like me, you want to be outside. It ain't no outside. You inside, and it's cold. So
Very
man,
cold.
yeah. So I had some of my best years. Well, my best year in Denver, as far as like pro football focus ratings and stuff like that. I was pretty good in Denver because I was just focused, man. But that's when I learned how to become a pro. That's when I learned how to be a pro. Watching Champ Bailey go about himself, the guy that's been in the league for over 14 years, still showing up every day and working, not taking reps off, not complaining, but just working. Like I haven't seen that. You know what I mean? I seen guys, stars, they don't feel like practicing sometimes. They ain't practicing. And the coach fine with it because he's this caliber kind of guy. So I'm like, oh, it's different. I ain't used to that because coming from HBCU, don't care who you is, but you're coming to practice, but you're gonna practice and you're gonna practice hard. So I wasn't used to guys taking days off, and I'm like, dang, this league different. But when I seen Champ Bailey, I understand the business side of it now. Because as I say, dog, you still be coming to OTAs. I be seeing people not even coming. Yeah, man, shoot. I love the game, and that's when I had to reevaluate a lot of stuff in my career and just life. Even though I was doing good, I was still balling, but there's a lot of stuff I could have been doing differently if I was taught the game.
Mm.
Yeah.
Now, what about the Giants?
That's like a new that's another fresh breath. You get a chance to do it all over again. Set yourself up, show the league what kind of player you want to be, what kind of person you want to be, and that's when I think I was more so helpful, Crow. When young guys come in, hey man, you got to go about it this way. You got to do it about this way. Like I used to always have like say a free somebody get undrafted, you know, and they make the team, they ain't got that much money. You could be my roommate, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna charge a rent or nothing, but we can stay together. You know what I mean? I was really taking guys under my wing and showing them the right way because I always told myself I wish I had somebody show me the game early. It would have prolonged my career. I'm telling you, I could have still been playing to this day because the athletic part, it was there. Picking them up, putting them down, it was the mental part for me that got me in the long run. Cause I ain't gonna lie, that chip never fell off my shoulder. Like I always was trying to prove something, and it clouded a lot of my judgment.
Mm. Okay. Now the Redskins, which is now the Commanders.
Right now, I was at the Raiders before then.
Okay.
I was in Oakland because I left the Giants, went to Oakland. You know, John Gruden got me out there, and I told him I'm a Florida boy. I'm a real Florida boy. So being that far away from home and not really playing and stuff like that, I'm like, oh nah, y'all can have this, man. I ain't because I'm already 11 years in. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I'm not chasing nothing. I done been to the highest level in the Super Bowls and the Pro Bowls. I done had fun. I done made enough money. It ain't about the money. I really want to play. And then once I could teach people. So I'm just out there. I feel like I was just out there. And then one thing about Oakland, but how much money you got? It's high. It's high there. The cost of living is for real. So I'm like, oh no. So I ended up retiring. But I didn't want to retire. It's just you just make that rational. You just make that decision like this instead of really thinking it through. So I retired, and then I'm sitting at home like, nah, this ain't it. So I knew he always told me I had the opportunity to always come back. So, but instead, I went and ended up playing for his brother in Washington. Now, when I get to Washington, I don't think they knew that I was going to be that good because they already had some veterans on the team. They were like kind of seeing how veterans move. When I got there, I'm still one of the fastest on the team. I come out that break, I do everything right. So I remember the coach saying, man, hey, man, 45 need to be somewhere on this field, man, because he's pretty good. But I go home during the summer. I'm playing basketball, pick up basketball, and tear every ligament in my ankle. So
Oh
now, so
Lord.
now I'm in Washington trying to fake an injury like I ain't injured, so I'm taping up my feet every day, and I end up making the team anyway. But it wasn't right. You know what I mean? Like one thing about God, man, He has a way of showing you things. You know, I should have just stuck in my situation in Oakland, rolled it out, and started fresh the next year because I still had the opportunity to do that. But moving too fast, He's showing you, man. Never take nothing for granted. You get not that I was taking it for granted, but you know what I'm saying. Don't play with it. If you're gonna be in it, be in it. That's why I tell everybody, man, be where your feet at. Right now, you playing football, man, play football. Leave that outside world alone. That's what they got an off season for. Now, off season, man, I ain't got. You don't pay your wage. You deserve it. You don't work hard, but during the season and stuff, man, lock in, man. And that's why I am today with it. Just mentally, man. I coach a lot of people mentally because I wasn't there mentally. Not that I was crazy or something. It just I like to have fun. I'm put it that way. I was outside in this world. I ain't
Do
gonna lie
you
to you.
regret? Do you regret those decisions? Do you regret?
Dude, 'cause it made me the man. Because no matter what, I'm a competitive at heart.
Mm.
So I don't regret it. I just wish I had somebody along the way say, bro, I'm telling you guys, anybody that was around me, I go out every day, every night. I'm outside. Like I'm somewhere in the bar just chilling, not drinking or nothing, but I just love to be in the atmosphere. I love music. I love being outside. So, but as much as I was outside, I'm the first one that practiced though
Mm-hmm.
because it's a want to. Like I want to work. I want to get better. I want to do this. So I wish I would just really focus on taking care of my body and just taking advantage of that time instead of just spending it outside.
Mm. So now you were not one, but a two-time Pro Bowler.
Should have been seven.
What did you say?
I said it should have been way more. No, because at the time
Go ahead.
it was guys just getting in off their name. They just
Okay.
making a Pro Bowl just because they Asante Samuel or Charles Woodson or not that they weren't balling, because that they was balling, but some guys, the other guy, now they was getting in off their name. They weren't even no real votes. Because there was plenty of times where I was leading the NFC in interceptions and pass breakups, all that. Not I was holding people to 0 yards, but I'm in Arizona. I don't have that much. That media is not good. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? So it is what it is. You know, man. I never complain, but It could have been more.
So in your mind, you we know
Yes,
it could.
man. Yes, man.
We know. So what do you think of the current state of the NFL as a whole? What do you think the current state of the NFL and all the different things that go on in the NFL?
Man, I'm gonna tell you why I like it and why I don't like it. I like it because now you starting to let guys be themselves. Now you starting to let, man, like I tell people all the time, I tell my kids now that I train, I say, man, I never take away from you being you, man, be you. But you gotta know how to be you within that business. You know what I mean? See, back then we ain't no celebration. These guys dancing and celebrating. I mean, if you smoke weed, that's on you. That's legal now. They don't test for that. Like all the stuff that we couldn't do back then, they doing now. They doing freely, but the world loving it. They living with these guys. You know how many kids, when you go to camps, they catch a ball, they mimicking one of the athletes that do their little dance, like JJ Jets, like they love his little dance. And anybody when Antonio Brown was in or the Odell Beckham, when they do something, man, them kids mimic, they love it. So the NFL saying like, wow, I guess it ain't a problem as long as you don't do it too accessory, as long as you don't go at people doing crazy stuff, but having fun within yourself. And then I'm big on, I'm a Florida boy. I love fashion. Now they can wear whatever they want to wear. Back then, you had to wear a suit to the game. They ain't wearing suits. They coming in, man. They coming in like a video shoot. They hanging out good, man. So I like the fact that they letting people be them. You know what I mean? I love that.
So let me drop this fun fact for people that didn't know. Of course, you know because it's your family.
Right.
You, Isaiah, and Antonio are all cousins.
Yes.
All
Right.
NFL.
And Rodgers-Cromatie played for the 49ers.
Yeah, that's a whole legacy. That's like the family was just dropped into the NFL.
Oh
Somebody
yeah.
just dropped y'all all in there at the same time. I know
Right.
that trash talking was crazy.
Oh yeah. To this day, especially, man. Anytime we see each other, come on, cuz, you know I'm better than you, man. Stop it, man. Stop it, man. Yeah, to this day, if we go pick up basketball, like we hold in Tampa, we got a little DB Mondays and Saturdays. We go out there and we get on the field, do one-on-ones and stuff. Isaiah, he steady called, always calling, cuz, get up here, cuz, come on. Like it's all he always gonna call me out. Like he just not starting to beat me in running. So I told her, I said, you can have it now, cuz. You got it now. But boy, if I was your age, it'll be a different story. But he just not starting to beat me and run. Like we is competitive. But that's our whole family though. It ain't even just the ones in the NFL. It's the ones that you don't know about. That's the ones that's competitive. Like
It's just
we
like the whole family got
the
competitive
whole
spirit, starting with you. Sound like you're
yeah.
just very competitive.
Oh yeah, that's all I know. All I know is come get you. Let's go, let's get it.
Do you? I guess you teach the children the same thing. Your children the same thing.
Yes, because I tell them, man, listen, man, I promise y'all, a lot of y'all can make it if you just outwork. See, these
Mhm.
kids don't know real outside work. They
Correct.
think just going to practice and coming home, that's it. That ain't real work. You ain't getting better. How you getting better just going there and coming home? And you
Right.
ain't putting in no extra hours. So I tell my son, man, you got to be the most conditioning person out there. Like, well, y'all look where they want, because I coach at a little high school where we tell them get on the line, conditioning time. Oh man, come on, go, God, da, da, da. Well, they look at it as punishment. When I was coming up, I looked at it as a challenge. Like, coach said, man, we got to run this in 40 seconds. I'm gonna run it in 35. Like I took it as a
Mm-mm.
game. I took that as I always took it as a game. I never took that as and got mad. Like we got to run these stadiums. Man, I love it. So I'm trying to
Mm.
teach my son that, like, you gotta love this, man. Like, you gotta want to work because at the end of the day, when you tired, the only thing you can rely on is this right here, and you better have it.
The competition didn't die, y'all. Y'all see, he still got it.
Oh yes, man. Oh yeah.
So,
Mhm.
retired life after football. You go into coaching. What is life like after football?
Oh man, between coaching and my kids, man, I'm loving it because every day I get up, I still on the same routine. I work out. I go coach. I come home and be a father. Ain't nothing like coming home and your baby's looking at you, smiling, running around the house, and you still got energy. So the same energy I put in football, I put in being a father. I'm gonna be there. I'm never too tired to go outside, pick them up, run around and stuff like that. But I definitely enjoy coaching, man. And like a lot of people, like, bro, you should start YouTube. You should start this. Cause I'm telling, I'm gooping. I'm shout out now. But you love me though, because not only am I gonna get on your behind, I'm gonna love on you too. You know what I mean? See, we don't do enough of that. We just wanna, man, mother, you sorry that no, but you can't just do this. You can't beat me down now. I still love on you, but I'm also let you know, man, the world ain't fair, bro. Like you got to get in your mindset, because so many times we want to say, oh man, you know how to sit me and they ain't trying to give me and somebody gonna give you a 10, they ain't gotta give you a 10. You just gotta keep working. See, that thing that's somewhere in that Bible say faith without work is dead. Like you can have faith, but you better get out there and get to it. See, that's all I know. I just know to get out there and get to it. I don't know nothing else. Because I seen too many people just sitting around waiting. No, bro. Dude, that ain't gonna be me. I always told myself that ain't gonna be me. And I really lived that. I truly lived that. So life of retirement is great, man. I can get up, do what I want to do, chill. But for the most part, man, I'm telling you, I'm pointing to the younger generation, because I know if you target your mind right now, by the time you get to where I was or where you trying to go, you're gonna be ready. See, I wish I would have had that growing up. I didn't have that. I didn't. All I had was, man, get out there and learn on your own. I learned everything on the fly. But I was out there though. I was out there.
So you got a chance to go back to your alma mater. You got
Yeah.
back to Tennessee State. What was that like coaching back at Tennessee State?
Man, it was real fun, man. But you know, like I say, man, Coach Reed gonna bump head, man. I told him I just want one good round. Coach Reed ain't even got. I just want one good session. You know what I mean? I think, but he was under a lot of pressure. You know, with it being his last year there, and then it being like the COVID season, so we playing in January and stuff like. So it was kind of awkward. So it's like I'm there, but I ain't there. Like, but he did give me my own individual time in practice, so he seen what I could do, but I just wanted a little more input, because I'm telling you, I know ball. I don't know nothing else, but I know football. I can assess a lot of stuff, but like I say, when you not into that coaching realm, you just coming in, it's like we hear you, but we don't hear you. You know what I mean? So that I just wish I had more time to prove myself. Like, hey man, no dog really know what he talking about. Not only did he lived it, he really know what he talking about. But that's why I tell people, that's why I started coaching at the high school conference. I just want to show people. I'm big on that, man. Like, you doubt me, I'm gonna show you. I promise you I am. In time, I'm gonna show you. So like I took these kids from around Brown Braden area, like started at 707. Nobody knew about us. 2 years later, now everybody, when we walk in that field, they say, here come Blitz. That's them boys right there. Because they know two things. They fast and they play hard. And they coming. You ain't just gonna roll that ball out and just beat me because you a 5-star. You better come with it. Because my boys is all dog, but that's how I train them though. Like that's why I love parents that give me that. Hey man, I don't like them parents that. All right, now you too hard on my baby. No, man, you gotta be though. You gotta be. I'm hard on them, but I'm loving them at the same time. Damn, but I'm definitely on them. Like my son, he hate when I say it's time to get up and go.
How old is he?
16.
Oh, okay, so okay.
Yeah, he old. Yeah. Nah, this ain't no baby boy. This a boy.
This ain't no like 7 or 8 year old.
Oh
You got
no, no, he all boy.
okay. Yeah, I do. I still remember. I still remember around COVID time when I interviewed Coach Reed.
Right.
So yeah, that he was one of my favorite coaches.
Yeah, Cole Reed, I
So it's
love.
funny to see him
Yeah.
at the enshrinement.
Right.
That because
But
it had been a while. Now, do you have any organizations, any nonprofits, or anything that you run?
oh yeah, my DRC Foundation. I really took over from my daddy, man. When I was younger, he started a basketball camp that he come do every summer, free camp. He did basketball. His thing, he was a basketball coach at Bethune Cookman. Reed was a football coach. So but his whole thing was basketball. So I kind of took over that when I got into the league in 2008, and it's still to this day. You know, I give out scholarships to, but it's only to an HBCU now. That's the catch. I'm only giving scholarships to
Same,
HBCU because
same,
I really bleed that, man. I
right,
really am for HBCUs. Like I
correct.
really walk that walk I talk. So I give out that and resources. We do a lot of college visits and I put on a lot of shows for the kids, like little fashion shows, get them out there. Like I'm real active in the community, man. Anybody could tell you, like, I don't post about it a lot because I don't say I don't do it, but if you come down to Britain, they'll tell you, Dominique out here. And I ain't just out here like, say I got the money, I could, hey, man, go do this and put my name on it. No, my face on it. Like, I'm there. I'm there.
out there really in the community doing what you're
Right,
supposed to do. And that's
right.
appreciated because a lot of times that's exactly what we see. We just see somebody out for photo ops, but you're really out there putting on. And I mean, we can, somebody told me this from Alcorn a couple of years ago. One thing you can't do is fake passion. You can't fake
Right,
passion. You
right.
either got it or you don't. And
Yep.
so we can hear from the interview, we can tell one thing we can tell is that you're competitive. So definitely would
Oh.
not want to play for you. Definitely would not want to play for you. Do not want to train under you because it's gonna be a 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. Nah, I'm good. I'm
You're
good on that.
outside.
So Black College Football Hall of Fame enshrinement 2025. You go in. Y'all, we tried to do this interview. I don't know why I tried to interview this man over. All you heard was Stevie Wonder in the background. I was like,
Right, right.
yo, I can't even hear the interview. But yeah, I did. I was waiting on this man when he walked in the bathroom. I just so happened to catch him. I was like, yo, you got to do this interview. And thank you so kindly for doing it. You was like, yeah. Because it was like that night, everybody was around DRC. I was like, this man can't get a break. How did it once they let you know that you were selected, how did that feel? Because now the momentum is building up. How did you feel before you got there, once you got there, and then you got to tell your story?
Man, I was excited, man, because I really wanted to tell my story on just how it all started, man. Because I'm telling you, when I first got to Tennessee State, they showed us the HBCU legacy, not just from the guys from Tennessee State, but from Southern, Brown, and North Carolina A&T, just every HBCU that had a big name player come out of. They just showed us the grace, even the coaches, man, the coaches. So I'm like, as a kid, I ain't gonna say a kid, as a young man, I'm thinking to myself, how can I be a part of that legacy, man? And Coach me to tell you, I asked him, you know what I mean? I said, hey, Coach, man, how I get up on that video, man? You know, at first he laughed because like I said, I went how to recruit. They don't know. They don't know yet. I mean, all he know is I'm fast and I'm his nephew. But he don't know I got it in me. I'm coming. I promise you, I'm coming to give you everything I got. So he said, man, those guys right there work. So he telling me about Too Tall and all them, how they had 3 days and how they just blood, sweat, and tears. And then to actually see these guys and to hear their stories, man, I'm just like, when I got there, I was in awe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm old smooth cat, so I can't show you that I'm really like, dog, I mean, like a little geeky, like, dang, no, that's got, dang, Mel Blunt, like, that's Doug Williams. But, I'm a Florida boy, so I got to keep cool. Like, yeah, I see you, cuz they're playing it off, but I'm telling you, I was in awe. Like, I'm sitting next to Sugar Shaq Harris. Like, you can't describe it because you're not gonna know these guys because people not familiar with HBCUs. But if you went to HBCUs, you know these names. Like you should know these games because they helped change the NFL. Someone was like really like that, but just to come from HBCU and then really put a lot of things in perspective, man, just to hearing some of their stories. Like guys, like you don't know. Like I tell people, bro, I thought I worked hard. You don't know work. Henry Dyer, he was up there talking about how he had to pick cotton before he had to. Man, what?
Right.
What? That's work. Come on,
Right.
man. So all that, I'm like, man, dog, I could say I'm part of this kind of legacy, man. My name, you mentioned me with the Mel Blunts and the Henry Dyers, and man, that's crazy. The Joe Gillums and stuff like that, man. So it's like, man, my hard work really paid off. Now I'm glad. I'm glad I was pushed to keep going and keep going. Because I'm here now. I'm here
And
now.
the crazy thing about it, I love to hear everybody's story, but I love to hear even the older ones, like
Right.
the oldest ones. And you're like, dang, like they really, really, really. And
Yeah,
I've saw so many people go in. I've saw so many. So being able to witness that, and then even being able to go to Canton and see it. So now you're gonna be in Canton. Being
that's
able to
crazy.
see that
Hey,
it's crazy. It's
you know
crazy.
what's crazy though? When I was at the Senior Bowl, Darryl Green, Darryl Green played 20 years.
Yes.
He put his eyes on me and he told my dad, he said, man, well, my dad was like, how's my son? He said, man, that man got Kenton written all over him if he just stayed the court. So I might not be in the big one, but I'm there some kind of way. His
Listen.
words, I'm there some kind of way.
And you don't know it. Hey, you. Absolutely. It's still in that hall. It's still, and it's just like you said, we oftentimes people don't talk about how HBCUs, how those players change the trajectory of the game.
Yes.
And it's so we have to keep instilling in people. We have to keep talking about the Doug Williams, the Dr. Dooms. We have to keep talking about the Ed Tutalls, the Mel Blunts, because people don't know. Like, we gotta keep talking about the sweetness. People don't know. And it's like, well, y'all, if we drop off and we don't keep talking about it, people don't know about it. But then we have the Dominique Rodgers-Cromaties that come along. That's so competitive. That still got that dog in him. We can tell he still got the dog in him. He putting the dog over there in the children, coaching and doing all of these wonderful things. So before I let you go, we're going to do this last part of this segment. It's called a hot seat. You don't get a chance. Whatever, it's called a hot seat. Whatever comes to mind. Yes. Whatever comes to mind first, that's what you say. You ain't got time to think about it.
All right.
You ready?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let's do it. Flats or drums?
Drums.
Ranch or blue cheese?
Ranch.
Favorite NFL team?
49ers.
Favorite color?
Blue.
The favorite team that you played on?
The Cardinals. That's tough.
Sweet or unsweet tea?
Sweet.
Pepsi or Coke?
Coke.
Name 5 HBCUs.
Tennessee State University, Tennessee State University, Tennessee State University, Alabama A&M, Grambling Southern, and Jackson State, Clark Atlanta.
Oh, you want to throw an extra one in there? We sure do appreciate it. Here's the crazy thing. I got a twin sister that graduated from Alabama A&M. I graduated from Southern, and my nephew graduated from Tennessee State. So you put us all in the same thing. That's why I got so much.
I know that's good conversation now.
And one weekend, Alabama A&M, Southern, and Tennessee State all lost. And that picture keeps coming up. Like, that weekend, they all lost. It was the worst weekend.
The whole house hot.
The whole house was hot. What's the best trip you've been in? The best place you've been to?
Jamaica.
If you never played football, what would be your dream job?
Psychologist.
If you didn't go to Tennessee State, what school would you have chose?
Streets University.
Last and final question. Rep your fraternity.
Oh, come on, man. Big Blue 5, man. Sigma, man. You already know what it is, man. Tighten up, man.
I had to do some digging. I was just going. I was like, wait, you know, Sigma?
Yeah.
It was like, yeah. I was like, y'all, I'm just up here digging through this bad stuff. But again, thank you so much. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this with me. Oh, before I let you go, now you told me that night I could actually play. You remember that conversation? You still think I could? I'm only 4'11".
Yeah, but you'll be a little gadget player, little scat player.
I really feel like I can do it because you didn't made me believe like I can do anything on this interview. You didn't talk about all of this. I feel like I don't know if I would train with you though, because I'd probably be like 100 pounds.
You're gonna be in the best shape, I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, no, definitely not. See, I'm 44, almost 45. I ain't trying to do all of that. I'm just trying to get out there, run a little bit, come sit back down. That's all I'm trying to do.
Yeah, you got a few good plays in you.
If even that.
Right.
If even that. But thank you so much for joining me. Thank you once again for agreeing to do this. Thank you for being so responsive. Thank you for all your good energy. I can see the energy. I can feel it. Thank you for the competitive spirit, and keep doing what you do. Keep pouring into HBCUs, keep pouring into the community, because we need more people like you.
Thank you. I appreciate you for having me, man, and telling the story, man.
Thank you. I'm gonna have to tell Coach Reed, thank you for being hard on him.
And tell him he can let up though. He ain't still gotta be there.
It's gonna always be your uncle. Just remember, It's gonna always be your uncle.
Right.
But thank you so much. Be well. And whenever you want to do this again, let me know.
Yes, man. I so appreciate it.
All right. Thank you so kindly.
All right. Thank you.
Good night.